welcome back everyone for some more World Quiz here on the PlayStation 4. And we are going to continue on here, and we are going to be tackling more of Europe, and we're going to be doing the third row here in this video. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well, so without further ado, joined the EU in 2004. That would be, I believe that's Slovakia. Vikings from this country conquered parts of England in 1013. That would be Denmark. But yeah, the Vikings were all over Scandinavia, not just Norway. Country has sovereignty over 17 territories, including Bermuda and the Cayman Islands. That would be the United Kingdom. I need to actually watch what I'm doing too, because, okay, so far the letters are cooperating. Leonardo da Vinci Fiumicino Airport serves which city? That would be Rome. I know I butchered the pronunciation at last part, but... The River Rhine flows through this country. That would be Germany. Malpensa Airport serves Milan, Italy. This country's capital is 5th most visited in Europe after London, Rome, Paris, and Istanbul. That would be Czech Republic, aka Czechia. Country is located in the boundary of Eastern Europe and Western Asia. That would be Azerbaijan, the former Soviet Republic. This country borders Adriatic. That would be Montenegro. This country lies at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa. That would be Greece. Just had OBS do something really weird. Hopefully it does not impact the recording here. This is the only native land mammal of Iceland. That would be the Arctic fox. I do apologize if I'm speaking a bit louder than usual. I think I'm coming down with a bit of a cold. Joined the European Union in 1981, that would be Greece. This country was the first nation to adopt Christianity as a state religion, that would be Armenia. Alexander Lukashenko was elected as president of Belarus in 1994, former Soviet Republic. This city is home to the oldest railway system in continental Europe, dating back to 1896. That would be Budapest. Which of course is in Hungary. As well, above 5,800 green bulbs. A Romanian car manufacturer and historic name of present-day Romania. That would be... Dacia? That's what I thought. If I'm not mistaken, that was a shirt sponsor of Udinese football club in Italy. These islands are one of the few places where coffee is grown in Europe. There would be the Canary Islands. Oh, shoot. Home of the Roman Empire, that would be Italy, naturally. This country is located at the boundary of Eastern Europe and Western Asia. That would be Georgia. First human to orbit the Earth, that would be Yuri Gagarin. How did they... Gagarin. Okay. That is my fault there. You know, obviously. Country shares maritime borders with Greece, Montenegro, and Italy. That would be Albania. I can never think of this country without thinking of that episode of Cheers where Coach was singing that song about Albania. Country is ranked one of the highest ranked for women's rights. That would be Latvia. In this country, you can ski in Gudari or visit the Gelati Monastery. That would be Georgia. Joined the EU in 1995. That would be Finland. This country shares a border with Croatia, Serbia, and Montenegro. Oh, I am not typing all that. I might as well just spend... It's Bosnia and Herzegovina, but I am not typing all that. Of course, they would give me a really long one for the last one. I knew what it was, but I wasn't typing Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I didn't even fill out the whole thing. Turkey's largest city, that'd be Istanbul. Yeah, that ain't even type Herzegovina. Azerbaijan borders the Caspian Sea. Airport of which city is named after a Polish composer? That would be Warsaw. One of the 3 Baltic states? That would be Lithuania. Not nearly as long to type as Bosnia and Herzegovina. Mount Ararat is regarded as a symbol of Armenia. Interesting enough, Mount Ararat isn't even located in Armenia, so... We got 5 more to do before we call it quits here. This country includes the islands of Lesbos and Crete. That would be Greece. And yes, the island of Lesbos, that's where the word lesbian comes from. This country has official languages of Italian, French, and Germany. That would be Switzerland. But yeah, I think it's Greek. It's either historically based or in Greek mythology. But it was Lesbos was actually an island of all women. I think in official language is San Marino. That would be Italian. But yeah, absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, love is love, people. 21st century. Gatwick Airport is in London. Country's population speaks a language merged from 2 dialects. That would be Albania. But yeah, just a quick reminder, this is an LGBTQIA+ friendly channel, so anybody is welcome on the channel. I will not judge you on sexual preference. Absolutely not. I mean, everybody, we all bleed the same, so... But country is bordered by Austria, Germany, Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic. Country shares a border with the North Sea. That would be Belgium. Country is formerly known as Bohemia. That's, again, Czech Republic. They love having me type in all these long answers, don't they? Europe's largest producer of plums, that would be Serbia. Many international bodies call this country home. FIFA, WTO, and WHO, that would be Switzerland. World Trade Organization, World Health Organization, and of course, FIFA. What is the currency of Switzerland? That would be the Swiss franc. Or a franc, I should say. One of the smallest countries in Europe, that would be Luxembourg. What city is closest to the East Midlands Airport? That would be, Derby. Home of Derby County Football Club, of course. 2018 country received most foreign tourists. That would be France. Of course, a big attraction there is Paris. Flag carrier of Turkey. That would be Turkish Airlines. Of course they would give me this as the last one. They do that on purpose because they know I have to spend more time, that way I won't get the full 10 for that. I know that's why they do that. Second smallest sovereign state in the world, that would be Monaco. This country sits just outside the Arctic Circle, that would be Iceland. We should make about 5,900 here. Country borders the Mediterranean Sea, that would be Italy. Fortress of Gaeta in San Marino's highest point lying which mountain? That would be... I honestly don't know this one. So I just jinxed myself there. Mount Titano. But yeah, we will not be going above 5,900 here, at least in this category. Country is home to the popular tourist island of Gozo, that would be Malta. Yeah, I just jinxed myself on that one. But final one here. Serbia is the same size as which US state? That would be, I guess North Carolina. No, it'd be South Carolina. That was one of the Carolinas. This country is connected to Denmark by the Öresund Bridge Tunnel. That would be Sweden. Now we're above 5,900. This country shares borders with Russia and China. That would be Kazakhstan. The largest landlocked country on Earth. In which country would you find County Sligo, County Mayo, and County Galway? That would be Ireland. Which that is on my bucket list on places to visit before in the world. Europe's third longest river forming the border with Asia, that would be the Ural. But there we go, we are done with the third row here, and we are going to stick with geography in the next episode. And we are going to be going to the USA. And how much we got to do here. And we'll be doing the second row of the US, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.